Hey guys, welcome. It's your girl, Black Girl Minimalism. I'm doing a read for today is January. Oh shit, what is today? January 27th. And I put on this cool top. We did talk about main character energy not yesterday. I think it was the day before yesterday. So, screenwriter and main character. So, being a main character of your own life. And so, how I wanted to start this read out, I was looking at Keeping It Positive, Sweetie, the podcast, and uh, she had, I'll let you know the pastor, because I don't want to quote somebody and not include him. But he actually is from New Orleans, Shreveport, and he migrated to Tennessee. So it's Dr. Joseph Walker. So he started his ministry at the age of 23. And so he said when he grew up in New Orleans, he just knew he was meant to be in law. He had people in his family that were doctors. They had gone different paths, but law was very significant in what the path that he saw for himself. So then he felt like he was called to the message of being in front of a church and delivering, God's word. So a few things that he talked about is being in a place where you're talking about your significance, and sometimes owning. When you think of main character, you think you're doing whatever's happening in your life, but he said that he was shown that you're insignificant to the process, meaning like God is pillaging you through everything that you're doing. It's not you doing it. You're the steward of what he places in you for you to do. And this is for his glory, not for your glory. It's for his glory. And then they talked about the lesson of stewardship, and I've been consistently kind of working through that process as well. And when you think about it, like if you're talking about finances, it's like making sure that you're spending the things that you need, making sure that you utilize it in ways that are necessary and not for personal gain, right? How can I the message is here. How high can I take you without losing you? Meaning bringing you to a place, to a higher altitude. And then Crystal asked him, was there ever a moment when you felt the altitude was too high? Like maybe you can't breathe. It's like it's unfamiliar territory. So he said yes. And I think all of us go through a place of like being in a place where it may feel like you need to put your oxygen tank on, and that's okay. And it's funny about that because I was looking at Will Smith on Jimmy Fallon, and he was talking about the segment that he just did with is it National Geographic?
Yeah, pole to pole.
And he talked about going underwater, and at one point he got so nervous that his oxygen mask came off, but then he had to find the meditative space and like just put the hat back on and be like, okay, well, you're gonna be okay. Like you need to get back to, don't panic, it's gonna be okay. And sometimes when we're taken to the higher altitude, if it's high or low and it's still the sense of altitude, we panic because we're in unfamiliar territory. So, and then, so we go into the message from Jeremiah. And before I formed you in the belly, I knew who you were. Meaning, like, there was already a purpose written on your life before you got here. And so that has to do with alignment. And it's that thing that you don't choose, it chooses you. So in order for you to get to a path of purpose, it's not going to be something that you want to do. It's something that you're chosen to do. And when you really understand your purpose, you try to manipulate. When you really understand your purpose, you try to manipulate the outcome. So meaning in the sense of like, if you don't understand the purpose, you try to if you don't understand your purpose, you try to manipulate the outcome. Meaning, like you're still thinking you're hands on wheel, you're in control, but that's not the case. Like we're not in control. Again, we are just vessels moving in the place of what he has for us. And then also, here's the thing, sometimes when you walk in your purpose, people may think that you're arrogant, and the statement for that is that Bishop Bishop said, don't confuse my confidence with arrogance. And sometimes when people can't receive you in your place of purpose, they think that you're arrogant, when really you're walking with the confidence, not of yourself, but of the Lord, trusting the process that He's delivered for you. So purpose does not come without pain, meaning the process and the journey of walking in a space of purpose comes from the pain that you've overcome throughout that journey. And people who lead in purpose lead from a place of empathy, because you can't trust an empty story. You gotta trust a place of receiving the experience that you've had, and that is what creates connection. And then also the last thing that I want to leave on is navigating the peace. You never get the peace until you understand the why. So yeah, let's get into the read. I hope that I touched you guys with those few notes. We're using the Feminine Oracle Wisdom Guidebook deck, and I'm actually going to do it really quickly because I don't have much time, and choose 5 cards. All right, so the first card we have is Patient, Waiting with Calmness. This is trusting the process. 3 plus 1 is a 13, which is 4. It's 4. They're on a journey. Like, so trusting the process, sitting in solitude of the process, hope, belief, and fulfillment. That you're running towards something, because it looks like she's in a place of running towards something. Then we have, they're all in fields, joy, which has to do with pure happiness. You're in a place where you be feeling pure happiness at this time. The 24, 4 plus 2 is 6. And it's so funny, we added our address, and I think it's 6.
I think so too.
We have sisterhood, which talks about community. And the last note that I had on my page was building your village. So you're in a place where you're doing that at this time. And we have the crescent moon that's present. I think a full moon is coming up very soon, because I was looking at the sky last night. And then the next thing that we have coming forward is discipline. You're being structured at this time to be consistent with your efforts and your order. All of this is divinely ordered in a space that it wants to bring you forward and walk into your space of significance. Release. Setting oneself free. So it's something that you're letting go at this time. Maybe it's thought processes, maybe it's doubt or fear or anything like that that's been holding you back for the place of, let's clarify on what's coming next. Okay, we have direction. You're walking in a space where you'll be finding your direction. See, the path is open and clear for her, moving towards desires and guidance. You're being divinely guided at this time. Your ancestors are walking behind you, okay? And you're going towards a place of progress, development, advanced conditioning. So I hope that you guys received this message. I know it was quick. I can't really get into detail, but I think it was specific enough in the beginning that we can take the message and what we delivered at the end. So I will see you later. I love you so much. Bye.